This is a video very unedited, unscripted. There's no light ring. There's no nothing. I don't know where this will end up, if it'll be on TikTok or YouTube, but if you are somebody that is a Christian or is anyone wondering what comes after this life on earth, I just want to talk really quickly about something that I have no words for it. So if you are a Christian, or if you Google Bill Johnson or Jen Johnson or Beni Johnson, this is the person that I'm talking about. They're in Bethel, very known church across the world. Probably one of the mega churches that are amazing. Beni Johnson, I didn't even know this, so this is like a story of a testimony, I guess, to me. It's not to me, to you. I don't know what I'm saying, but keep with this, okay? If you are scared of where you go after this, I've met Christians who say, if I ask them, are you scared to die? They say, yeah, because I'm going into the unknown. And a lot of non-Christians would say that. And everyone can, they can feel how they want to feel. But Beni Johnson, so Bill Johnson's wife, has been struggling with cancer. I don't know how long for. And I don't even follow really people's Instagram stories or keep up to date since COVID. Like, I don't. But for some reason, out of like 15 years ago, I read one of her books, and not last night, the night before, I felt for some reason, and if this is not a coincidence, okay? This is not a coincidence. This shows me that I'm more connected to heaven and another place than this place, because this is not my home, and you need to be like this. For out of nowhere, I had no idea that she was ill, that she was battling cancer or anything. Her first book that I read when I was about 15 comes on my mind out of nowhere, and I'm like, I'm thinking about this pastor or this whoever she is, and she's a child of God. That's who she is, and she's loved, and she is in heaven. But after like 10 years of not understanding, she comes back into my mind, and I didn't think anything of it. And then the next day, so last night, I found out that she had died, and her husband had posted, I hate when people say they died, like they've gone home. They've not died. They've gone home. They're more alive than we are on this earth. But anyway, I go on Instagram and I see that her husband has put a photo of her and said, healthy and free, or healthy and happy. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. I discovered that she's died. So, people who believe in just coincidences, think about this. I don't read her book. I haven't read it. I read her book when I was about 15. For out of nowhere, she came on my mind the night before she died, or probably the day before she died, because I don't sleep. And I find out she's actually gone to heaven. You don't need to be scared of where you're going if you're a believer. You need to know that this is not our home. This is not where our focus is. Because Beni didn't. Her husband doesn't. And to be able to say about a loved one, healthy and free when they've been suffering cancer, is amazing. Like, I don't fear death. The only way I fear death is if I end my life, because I don't know really where you go if you end your life. I don't have peace about that. But if you're a believer and you end up going home and you've given your life to Jesus, then I wouldn't be scared. I'm scared for the people who don't know where they're going, who don't know about Jesus, who don't know about heaven, or they do know but they won't really talk about Like, they won't ask questions. They won't... like, I just think that people, non-Christians or atheists or agnostics or whatever, think they will live a long life and they'll believe in the unknown. They won't explore anything. And then on their, I don't know, their deathbed, I think they have this picture in their mind of them being on like a deathbed, knowing they're going to die. A few minutes or a few seconds before they die, they say a prayer and they get into heaven and they meet God. I don't know if you do that, you do go to heaven. I'm not saying that you don't. I am just saying, if you want to be connected to heaven and you want to be fear-free of death, and you want to know what it is to be connected to a home, this is not our home. People on earth, listen up. This is not our home. Our home is in heaven, and we are more connected to that place than this place if we actually realize it. There is something called the supernatural, and I thank God for Beni's life. You know, she's still living, and I thank for her. I'm so thankful for her life, because I realize that I'm so connected just from that thought of her out of nowhere. And then realizing her husband says healthy and free, that I'm more connected to home. Home is in my homeland. Home is where God is. Home is not in this body. This body's dying. I may be young, and you may be sick watching this. You may be older. This is not our home. Focus on our home. This isn't it. I promise you, if you do things just to make this life on earth the way that you want and the best that you can, and you think you're gonna get sick and you're gonna live a long life, and then you're gonna pray and ask God into it, then that's not how it works. Seriously, press into God, dig into his word, ask people questions, and discover where your homeland is, because it's not here, it's in heaven. And now she gets to be set free and healed in a new body with no pain, no sufferings. But she lived a life of giving it to God. And yeah, if you've lost someone that's gone to heaven, that were a believer in God, and you wish that they were here on earth, they're up there saying, no, I know you wish I know that you wish I was there, but even more so much, even more so, this saying, no, really, you wish you were here. This is not our home. This is not our home. Focus on your homeland, these materialistic things, these iPhones, this is not coming with us to heaven. This is not it. Focus on that. What are you all doing? It's like people are mindfulness robots going around in this beautiful world, experiencing joy and laughter and love and all that stuff, and people just think it's come from nothing and it's come from nowhere, and I'm just gonna this is it. Seriously, it is not. And I don't understand that how people are so stupid. This is not our homeland. And if you can do anything in this life, focus on where your homeland is. And it isn't being depressed, and it isn't focusing on where you're going when you die. It's focusing on where your home is. It is not here. Life is a vapor. Like, if you've even got hair, okay, so I dye my hair every few weeks. This grows. Everything grows. Everything comes to an end date. Focus on God and where you're going, because this earth, this is nothing. Oh my days, this wasn't a scripted video. This was nothing. You need to do it. You need to focus on your homeland, because this isn't it. This isn't it. And I pray whoever watches this gets touched by Beni's story. Bill and Beni Johnson, if you go onto it, or Bethel Church,